We're reading from Vialpa Kusumanjali, verse 38. Oh, Kanchalakshi means restless-eyed girl. Although Murasatru, meaning Krishna, agitates all the Gopis, I make him spin like a disc with the disc-shaped hairpins that I place above your ears. Oh, Kanchalakshi, meaning restless-eyed girl. Old Murasatru, meaning Krishna, agitates all the Gopis. I make him spin like a disc with the disc-shaped hairpins that I placed above your ears. Notes. The vision of devotional service and the end of those visions follow each other successively, creating simultaneously an amazing satisfaction and at the same time agony. This agony is deeply relishable bliss. Although Srila Das Goswami is an eternal maidservant of Sri Radhika, he always feels as if he loves her for the first time, regardless of what condition he is in. At every moment, the awareness of a lack of direct meeting with the beloved deity awakens in his heart.
So, Radhe, Subaluji just read one very nice point, how Raghunath feels appearance of Radharani in his visions always like a first time. So this is the sign of pure love, which is coming from another side, from Radharani, and we call it Anurag. This intensity of prema, of pure love, brings lover and beloved always in new situations, and they see each other like a first time. So this anurag is a very, very special, condensed, pure love of prema, which also brings Radharani and Krishna together, and when they see each other, it looks to them that they see each other just the first time. So this is the beauty of anuraga, of pure love, and Gurudev very oftenly is saying devotee has a raga and he's directed his love to beloved Ishtadev, but in the same time, when Ishtadev is pleased with his eagerness, he is answering. And this is anurag. And for every love exchange, loving relationship, both sides are necessary. So this first time which Raghunath has feeling that he is seeing Radharani is very, very meaningful. And we can see how deep relationship, intense and intimate relationship is between Tulsi and Radharani. I just wanted to mention this. If someone wants to share, just jump.
Although Srila Das Goswami is an internal maidservant of Sri Radhika, he always feels as if he loves her for the first time, regardless of what condition he is in. At every moment, the awareness of a lack of the direct meeting with the beloved deity awakens in his heart. How great is his agony! He thinks, I have fallen on the bank of your lake. Please take me to your lotus feet, knowing me to be your fallen maidservant. The neophyte devotees must learn this eager devotional longing for him. The life of a devotee is naturally full of thoughts of the beloved deity and nothing else. His minds want nothing and nobody else. Such intimacy with Sri Radharani cannot be attained while being engrossed in the mundane kingdom.
So there is two kingdoms. Mundane material kingdom for conditioned souls, and also the kingdom of Mahabhav. Radharani's purest kind of love. So it's our own decision in which kingdom we want to live. In an eternal kingdom, or in the kingdom which is full of material happiness and changes.
No.
Yeah.
Not happiness. Why is there material happiness? This is not material happiness. It's a distress. Material never become happiness. It's totally distress. We suffer. It's a Mrit Krishna, like we are running in the desert for wanting water, and then we see some waves, then we think water is there. It's only Mrit Krishna. It's a false. And this false, when we not understand, then we run for this. It's a distress. So my Raghunath Das Goswami is distressed only by living the seva of Radhika. She feels it's a distress to come in this material body to suffer.
Such intimacy with Sri Radharani cannot be attained while being engrossed in the mundane kingdom. So he thinks, a person like me has left all his kith and kin far behind to go to Braj, where his mind became absorbed in thinking of temporary things. I'm living in Vrindavan, where the birds are singing Sri Radhika's glories, where the trees and vines shudder out of love for Sri Radhika, and where each speck of dust is sprinkled with the Mahabhav that emanates from Sri Radhika's lotus foot soles. Where is that realization? Sensitive devotees experience the real form of Braj. But fellows devoid of devotion see it just as an ordinary, mundane place. Therefore, the aspirants should give up their material conditioning and bring in their transcendental conceptions. The soul thrives on prem ras and must relish that and attain the honey-sweet association of the divine couple. The soul thrives on prem ras and must relish that and attain the honey-sweet association of the divine couple.
So Srila Gurudev Sadhu Maharaj, he very often says, like, this is a very, very wonderful line by Baba. He's saying that the soul strives for prema rasa. But like Gurudev just said, now we are actually following a Fata Morgana. We are following the water which is false. So, but the soul has another goal. And Sadhu Maharaj Gurudev, he said many times that we have to go out, we have to come from the soul consciousness to the consciousness of our Sthayi Bhav. So we have to realize that we are an eternal soul. And then one step further, we have to realize what is my true form and what is my true relationship with Radha and Krishna, specifically with Radharani. So this step from soul consciousness to our Svarupa consciousness is very essential. Otherwise, we cannot experience this rasa. In a soul consciousness, without a specific Sthayi Bhav, without a specific relationship, there is no question of experiencing Premara. So this step has to be there from soul consciousness to our Svarupa consciousness. And this is only possible by the mercy of Gurudev.
The soul thrives on prem ras and therefore must relish that and attain the honey-sweet association of the divine couple. Sri Das Goswami sits on the bank of Sri Radha Kund.
So, if I may have permission, this is what I love from reading Vialpa Kusumanjali, from reading Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's word, that Baba was saying that we should take him as our example. And for me, I have to speak now personally, subjectively. For me, I take this, when many times it is said he falls down at the bank of Swamini at Radhakunda. So this is also a very important point to understand, that the lake of Radhakund is not different from Swamini. So when we read this wonderful Radhakundastakam by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, he ends it with Tat api surabi Radhakundam eva shrayo me. So he's saying, please, lake, please, Radhakund, give me shelter at the lotus feet of my Swamini, because I know that you are not different from her. I know that you are not different. The lake is full of the tears of love of Swamini. So I can speak only for me, for my conditioned eyes. When I see Radhakund, I always tell myself, now I am in the presence of Swamini. Of course, Swamini is everywhere.
in Vrindavan, in Govardhan. She's everywhere, but specifically the lake, Raghunath Das Goswami is giving us a very wonderful example that we should take shelter. And we can see with our own eyes, we can see the lake. And by seeing the lake, we get purified and maybe establish a wonderful relationship with Swamini. I love this example he is giving us to have this understanding, the non-difference between Swamini and her most beautiful lake.
Srila Das Goswami sits on the bank of Sri Radha Kund and weeps for want of the direct personal service of Srimati Radhika, to whom he has offered his whole mind and heart. The Goswamis have taught by example that if the mind wanders off elsewhere, Swamini is running off. So, asking, why won't I become absorbed in you? Why can I not make my life as successful? I will purify my muddy mind with this Mahavani. A person who thinks like that is a Bhakta Vira, meaning a devotee hero. Sri Raghunath's life air reached his throat when he suffers the pain of love in separation. Just then, he gets a vision. He's no longer Raghunath. Now, he is Kusumanjali.
So this is also the glories of Baba. He is saying, devotee hero. Hero, the devotee is hero. So Govinda Priya and I, we drove like 4 hours and, to get out of material life and to leave everything behind and go to a mela. Actually, I told her also in the morning how wonderful it is to meet the devotees, but the mind is a rascal. The mind wants, like Gurudev said, the mind wants to hanker after all the pleasure we have at home, the pleasure we have in the material world. But actually, Baba is saying here, we should strive to have the association of the devotees because they are heroes. And I was also thinking like this, how wonderful it is. We are sitting here in the mountains of Switzerland, and we are in front of Radha Mohan. We have the presence of Srila Sadhu Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas. So that means we are in the presence of true heroes. And if you look in the world outside, it has not been that worse for a long, long time. So we should really appreciate every minute here. I was thinking this also, that we should appreciate every minute here in this Sadhu Sangha. And not only Sadhu Sangha, but Sajati, Sadhu Sangha, and Snikta. Sajati means we are all here. And we all have the same goal. We want to serve and love Srimati Radharani. So how many people in the outside world have this goal? Very little. Very, very little. So I like this when Baba is saying, calling the devotees heroes. So we should, at least I can speak for myself, we should always have this feeling. It is nice to meet with the devotees. It's nice to go there because they are heroes. Look in the world. Who is really a true hero? The one, Baba is saying, who takes shelter of God. And even up is the one who takes shelter of the one who loves God the most. So we are here assembled. Everyone knows who Srimati Radharani is. Even in the spiritual associations outside in the world, this understanding is not so much there. That Swamini is the highest truth and Manjari Bhav is the way to be with her. So we should be extremely thankful and grateful that we can be in this wonderful association. And thanks to Kalindi Didi, every year we have this possibility. So I have to kick my mind and tell him, you stupid rascal, sit in the car and drive here and go to the association. And then you are actually understanding why the devotees are heroes, because the association is uplifting.
A person who thinks like that is a Bhakta Vira, a devotee hero. Sri Raghunath's life airs reach his throat when he suffers the pain of love and separation. Just then, he gets a vision. He's no longer Raghunath. Now, he is Kusumanjali. So he thinks or sees, Swamini, I have put these hoop earrings above your ears. How wonderful is the slight smile that appears on Swamini's face then. When the spotted moon in the sky sees Radhika's spotless face, scented with the ras of laughter, he must cry. Tulsi serves without hesitation, and Swamini also accepts her service without hesitation. Is this only a mental concoction? She accepts all service rendered within the mind. Sri Das Goswami personally relished the sweet rasa of devotional service and taught. In Manashiksha, he's saying, elaborately serve Radha and Krishna in Braj. Serve the heart's friend of Sri Radha within the mind. He will accept it all. This mental service is the very life force of externally rendered devotional service.
Radhe Radhe. Sorry when I speak too much. You have to tame me. If I say too much, you tell me. I was just thinking that this is such a very wonderful way. Baba is actually saying, he's playing devil's advocate. He's saying, is this a mental concoction? Because very often we hear, oh, you Manjari Bhav devotees, this is mental concoction. This Swarup Sita and all these things, this is mental concoction. But actually Baba is saying, it is not. So Srila Gurudev always makes this example. He was very wondering why Baba is saying it's a mental religion. Why is it a mental religion? Srila Gurudev was saying, I never heard this, but now he understood. Because Baba is saying the mind is actually your best friend or your worst enemy. So the mind has to be identifying himself with that which is given by Gurudev. And this is not a mental concoction. And it is not a mental concoction to sit down, take your mala and speak your Diksha mantras and imagine yourself being a manjari. This is not a mental concoction because it comes directly from the heart of your Gurudev. It is in the beginning, of course, a mental exercise. Sure, because our mind is not pure. We are not, at least I can speak for myself, I'm not on pure sattva guna that I can see immediately who I am. But fake it until you make it, they say in the material world. You have to do it and always have nishta, always have deep faith that what your Gurudev gave you is not mental concoction. It is what comes down from, and therefore it's so important, Guru Parampara. It only comes down by an unbroken Guru Parampara back to the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu, who came to give us Manjari Bhav. And if this lineage, this sampradaya, this parampara, name it as you like, if this is coming down into our heart, directly from the mouth of Srila Gurudev into our right ear, it is not a mental concoction. Always have faith. Srila Narottam Das Thakur is saying, what you do now in sadhana is the same what you will attain in perfection. It's just not in the ripe. The mango is now green. And when you are coming to the stage of half, it turns into a fully ripe mango. But it is never, never, ever a mental concoction. Have faith in that. It's really true. Baba is saying here.
Yeah, thank you, Baba Tarunji, for this. We should have a faith and strong conviction, actually, that whenever our mind or other senses comes with the transcendence, it's reality. It's not imagination. When the mind is thinking about Lila, he is coming in the contact with transcendence. And slowly, step by step, he will become transcendental. So this is why it's not imagination and it's not concoction. And we know whatever comes into contact with transcendence becomes transcendence. Whatever comes in the contact with prema, with mahabhav, with premika, devotee also, slowly but surely is becoming a transcendence. And I remember why in many purports Anantadas Babaji is emphasizing actually for the beginners how to practice smarana. Just follow realizations and visions of Raghunath, meditate on his visions slowly, and let's see where these visions will bring you. But the beginning stage is to follow feelings, to feel the feelings, to know the thoughts, and how he is really serving. We cannot do it by self, like our concoction. Anugatya is the process of surrendering, actually. And without this surrendering, the faith will not increase, Nishta will not increase, firm faith, and ultimately, Ishtade will be not satisfied. Because all the process of sadhana bhakti is to follow. And in the beginning stages, it's very important to remember the leelas which are written and later on to practice them whenever we have a time in all circumstances. But the main point which Baba is here is, like Tarunji expressed very nicely, is that nothing which is connected with transcendental world, transcendental pastimes, transcendental personalities, nothing is imagination. Opposite, actually. Whatever we contact now in this material world is pure, real imagination. Because this world, only reality here are Radha Mohan. And everything else actually is one kind of illusion, but we have to make our minds and senses friends by meditating deeply on their loving pastimes.
Wonderful. And even further, my mind just told me this. Baba is saying here, he goes even one step further. He says, whatever you meditate in the mind, he verbatim says, Swamini will accept. So imagine that. Baba is saying, whatever we meditate upon in our mind, let's say you have to take a train ride for 5 hours. So now you can sit down in the train and you can cook a whole feast for Swamini and Krishna, and it will be accepted. There are many examples in literature. I think one is where this Baba is burning his finger in the sweet rice, which is not there at all. It's in his mind. So imagine this. Even if we think about these things in the mind, wherever we sit, airplane, train, car, whatever, it is accepted by Swamini. How merciful that is. And this also brings to point what Gauranga Sundara said. The fact that our material mind comes into contact with the divine energy turns the mind into divine. So there's this wonderful example. When you have an iron rod, an iron stange, a piece of iron, So when you take this piece of iron and you put this piece of iron into fire, what will happen? The iron will take on the qualities of fire. Same is with our mind. When our mind is in the fire of bhakti, what is bhakti? Bhakti is Ladini Shakti, the energy of Swamini. So when our mind, which is the iron of this material world in all concepts, very, very, you cannot do something with iron. Iron is not soft, iron is very heavy. So our mind is only one pointed to Maya. So this iron, when this iron is put into fire, it takes on the quality of fire. So the same is with the jiva. When our mind is in contact with the fire, the jiva's mind, our material mind, will be transformed by the fire of bhakti, by Sambit and Ladini Shakti. And it will become purer and purer and purer and purer. So therefore, we should never give up this soul. We go to up, we go down, we go up, we go down. This is called samsara. This is our normal life. Some days are good, some days are not good. But we should always have this faith that the more we do, the more we put the finger in the electricity of bhakti, the more we plug in, like we always plug our smartphone, iPads, iPods, whatever. So we should plug in our finger every day into this divine energy, so that one day this mind, which is totally in material consciousness, can be transformed by the spiritual energy, like Gauranga Sundara said, to become more and more spiritualized.
Therefore, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami in Manashiksha is saying, elaborately serve Radha and Krishna in Braj. Serve the heart's friend of Sri Radha within the mind. He will accept it all.
What is it? This is also very deep. Can you repeat this line, Subal, please?
Elaborately serve Radha and Krishna in Braj.
And then?
Serve the heart's friend.
So, this is a very deep point. Serve the heart's friend. So, for us, sadhakas, who is our most revered heart's friend of Swamini? Guru Manjari. So here, Baba is saying, serve Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. And then he says, serve the heart's friend of Swamini. So what does it mean? It means we should always serve, like Gauranga Sundara said, in Anugatya to our Guru Manjari, which is the female spiritual form of our Gurudev. So this is very deep. Baba is saying the heart's friend of Swamini, not directly, but the heart's friend. So our next step, like Srila Sadhu Maharaj Gurudev is always saying, we are presented to Radharani by agents like Rupa Manjari, like Ananga Manjari, like Guru Manjari. So Guru Manjari is the essential piece of the chain which will bring us to the lotus feet of Krishna and Radha, especially to Radhika.
Serve the heart's friend of Sri Radha within the mind. He will accept it all. This mental service is the very life force of the externally rendered devotional service. Sri Rupa Goswami has proven from the Padma Purana, that one who always serves Lord Hari mentally has direct association with he who is otherwise not perceived with words and mind.
So there is one also words which are mentioned, mental association. Actually, this mental association is also real association when we associate with persons who are transcendental persons. Now we have real associations through our minds, through our ears. We have real association with Raghunath, with Radha Mohan. We have real association with Anantadas Babaji, because they are these transcendental personalities. And when the mind is always thinking about them, we have their association. Of course, we need our own association, direct association with similar devotees and so on. But each of us has opportunity to have direct association with Raghunath. But depends how we are listening, how we are attentive, and how we are receiving his feelings in our hearts. The more we are doing this, our association with, for example, Raghunath here is deeper and deeper and deeper. So association is not only physical association. Association here is soul to soul, but also Swarup to Swarup. And mental association and mental practice bring everyone to this stage. And we have to have a faith in that now by attentive listening of the words of Baba, we are associating with Baba. With attentive listening of words of Raghunath, we are directly in his association. And he is observing this, like Radha and Krishna are observing what the devotees are doing and accepting that service. They are happy. This is my conviction. They are happy to listen how we funny guys, clumsy sadhakas, are trying and giving our best, to properly listen them, talk about them, remember them. So this is the benefit of mental association.
Like we are happy, Gurudev, to see you eating so nicely. We are very happy that everything is going on nicely with you. So we are also so happy seeing you, so happy.
And we feel that we are in your room.
Rasikatha. Very nice.
Gurudev, can you say something to mental religion, like you said many times, as an inspiration?
Mental means what? Where I am, my mind. Where mind is there, I am there. So, too much material thing we work, the mind goes there. Baba is telling, oh my friend mind, you are very friendly. Can you help me to think about my Swamini Radhika? This was my mistake, that my mind was, I keep busy in the material thing. Now I don't want to do this. I want to fix my mind in the service of my Swamini, my Radhika. Because then I will learn more how she is loving and serving to Krishna. That is Manasiksha. Mind has to be in balance to balance. That is Manasiksha. And this is a spiritual life. My mind is not in my control. It's not a spiritual life. One time I listened, Baba write one place, he said mental religion. I said, what? It's mental religion? What type of mental religion? Because my mind was so much in material. But I understand the words. Mental religion. When this mind becomes really helpful to me to keep my mind and my thinking in my sleep. And in my Gurudev, how merciful he is to give me sarup to meditate in the truth. Guru Nishtha will never come without Ishta Nishtha, Sarup Nishtha. Never. Guru Sardha can come, Nishtha not come. Guru become full of firm faith come when I have a relation with my Ishtadev. Wow, what happened? My life totally changed, my vision totally changed. Then how I can be close to Ishtadev without my sarup? And when I am forced to do that, wow, what is happening in my life? It's all my Guru Kripa. This is all Gurudev had. So he bring out from my material condition to divine direction. So he's a navigator. He cannot be a goal. Goal is my Ishtadev. Radha Mohan is my goal. Bring here. Then he teach how to fix this nature, how to be a sthai bhav, fixed nature. Live in this consciousness. He's also Guru. We know many stories, but we not go in the feelings. Because before I have no relation. Now feelings start. And feeling start is the spiritual life start. Before was what? Religious practice. And when feeling start, then I want to stay in the feeling to see always, to see my Swami like a shadow. Where is the original? Shadow wants to be there. And what is my service? How to make my original happy, my Swami happy. We know he's only happy when she thinks for Krishna. She's only happy when she meets with Krishna. when my nature is fixed, then we only, with my inner service, divine service, we always want to do the seva. That is pastime. What you are explaining, listening. I want to be 24/7, always in the pastime. Honestly. You are not first. I come first in the classes. Why to listen? Because nothing can change me. Only my listening from the sanctity person, the bhav, the association of the associate of the Radhika, they can change my life. I'm very fortunate that all of you meet with in my life who inspired me. And this is, you are all expansion of my Gurudev who had
In his commentary on this verse, Sri Jiva Goswami quotes the story from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana about a Brahmana from Parishtanpur, who mentally offered hot kshira, means sweet rice, to the Lord, but burned his physical finger by touching it. The condensed form of smarana is dhyan, meaning meditation. And the condensed form of meditation is spurana, transcendental visions. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami was a living example of that. It is mentioned in Bhakti Ratnakara that he became sick one day. So Vithalanath, the son of Vallabhacharya, called for a doctor who said that Raghunath Das was suffering from indigestion. Vithalanath, who knew that Raghunath Das was renunciation personified, and that he hardly ate anything at all, refused to believe that. But the doctor insisted. Raghunath Das then confirmed the doctor's diagnosis, saying, "It is true. I had mentally offered kshira, sweet rice, to Radha and Krishna. And I mentally ate too much of the remnants of their enjoyed food." This is one of the several occasions in which the mental contact of God becomes physically manifest. In a vivid vision, Tulasi places hoop earrings above Srimati's ear. Srimati is still absorbed in the placing of the jeweled string on her left arm. Her body consists of bhav, and it is as if she searches for someone with her restless eyes. Tulsi attracts her mind by saying, "Oh, Kanchalakshi, restless-eyed girl. Hey, Syamuch, your eyes restlessly go here and there, mistaking every object to be Krishna. Hence, I call you Kanchalakshi, or restless-eyed girl. Swamini says, Tulsi, for whose sake have you ornamented me? Tulsi replies, I will make Murasatru, means Krishna, who agitates all the Gopis with his matchless, all-attractive beauty and sweetness, spin around like a disc. When he cannot find his beloved anywhere, he will come to you, spinning and spinning. That Krishna, who is very anxious to meet Radharani, is very dear to the Manjaris. The Kinkaris are very proud of the sweet form of their mistress, and they say, I will bring Murasatru here, spinning like a disc. By attracting him with these disc-shaped hoop earrings. In Purvarag, a duty describes Shyamasundar's condition to Srimati when he anxiously searches for her.
Before we hear how Mohan is anxiously searching for Radharani, we can say something about this Murasatru, Krishna, who is the killer of a demon, Mura. So we heard so many times that different kinds of demons which appear in the Vraj Lila are representing different kinds of impurities. And we can summarize that all these impurities are coming from false ego. All demons, in whichever form they appear, actually they are different, unlimited forms of false ego. And false ego is actually very ugly person. And Mura means very, very ugly. So
can I say
ego,
the word of the Mura?
Mura, yeah,
Mura means stupid.
Stupid, yes. Also,
Mura.
yeah.
If Gurudev say me, others say me, but I don't understand. Stupid. So he is the enemy of the stupid. His enemy. He is the killer of a stupid Krishna because he is very intelligent. For him, it's not a big job. He said, I have no any business with the stupid because they will not listen me. Why to teach them? I will kill them. This is the meaning of Murasat.
So we need the help of him, Gurudev, to kill
Huh?
this. We need the help of Krishna to kill this demon, so that we, in the form of Guru, he will do it. And then we can enter.
Killing is my Krishna, not kill. He removed that stupid from us. That is the mercy. And this Guru come and do this.
This is
I
the heavy
was
task.
so stupid. But he removed, Gurudev removed in one day my stupidness.
Before removing this, it's very hard, actually impossible to enter deeply in the Lila.
Because this is the stupidness that I have no relation. Then I have a material relation. This is my stupidness, that I want to relate my Istadev, my Radha's Mohan, but I am relating in material one. This is Mora.
Different faces of ego, actually, and different demons are constantly appears.
First face of ego is Mora.
But Kaliya Gurudev, so many heads, and every head has many faces. It's also false ego. Can you tell us?
Any form of falsehood.
Yeah.
Kaliya is a poisonous, talking heavy and poisonous.
Yeah.
The words comes from someone who gives killing, like a killing, by words, so heavy words that is like a dying. Only poison, no sweetness, no lovingness, no serving mood. Kaliya is so much full of ego that he don't think anything with Krishna. He say, I will kill him. But you see the mercy of Krishna. The Kaliya wife, that when he's dying, then when wife start praying, he say, okay, I remove all his poison, throw out the blood. Now he's become fresh. If he will be devotee, if he keep in mind to me, then he will not do foolish thing. So he start dancing on the head of Kali. So if the Krishna is not dancing on our head, again we can be a Kaliya or stupid. These are false. Krishna, if I am not thinking for Krishna, his stupidness can come inside me. If I am not connected with Istadev, then I will connect with someone. What is false?
So Raghunath Gurudev in this verse is a little bit sarcastic. And he is saying, although the killer of Mura agitates everyone, even the Gopis, when he sees you, my dear Radha, with this disc under your ear, he is starting to spin around. He is completely intoxicated. He is losing himself. So he
will run away. He will never stay any place. Spin means he will run like a spinning. Kilara Muratatu, most intelligent person, cannot balance himself
Yes.
when they listen about your Ahlad, your Prema, your Ananda, your kindness. Radha, Krishna, Ek Atma is the one soul. It's not two. They do two they dhari. They took the two body. For what? For realizing themselves. How much Radhika has a love and how much she can give to me. Just wants to relish Krishna. So he do. Apna sadhan. For her, their pleasure, they do this. For their happiness. And they want to show us that you can change by looking this pastime. Not philosophy can change you, but my pastime will change you. Because you will become Rupa Anuga, Raga Anuga, Rupa Anuga. Mahaprabhu also said, and without understanding Chaitanya, that Krishna missing anything, so that was the knowing about Radhika's feeling. And this Radhika's feeling, he knows as a lover, but how Radhika is feeling for Krishna, he don't understand. What he wants, Radhika give. He wants to understand the feeling of Radhika. What he cannot do in Krishna, Leela. He cannot do, because he see one side of himself and Radha. He becomes fainted when he touch. He want to decorate, he fainted. Then he surprised how Manjaris are doing, how they are studying the service, how they are loving more than me. Krishna is thinking that they love more than me to Radhika. So Krishna become Manjari in Chaitanya to relish Radhika's feeling. Adi Leela 4 Canto, Prabhupada writing. Cling. Kama Gayatri is 24 and a half syllable. And this 12 is Radhika, 12 is Krishna, and half is Manjari. 24. This 24 and a half you can see in Chaitanya. No other place. So he is Audarya. He feeling unnat. He unnat himself. Rasa, Ujjal Rasa was there. He unnat. He increased his realization of the test. Gopi Vav, Sakhi Vav, sadhana was long time there. But after Mahaprabhu, this Unnat Ujjal Rasa, Bhav La Sajika, that is mercy of death. Without this research, this desire, everything is all divine. All divine. After Vialpa Kusumanjali, my desire come to know about Chaitanya Chaitamrita more. Without both of combination, rasa will not come. Without Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, we cannot understand Chaitanya. And without Chaitanya, we cannot understand Radha Krishna. Radha. When original moving, you cannot block to shadow. That shadow no move. Shadow will move like original. So nobody can block of Radhika's shadow. That is Chaitanya. Shadow is not there of Radhika. I don't understand. I don't realize this is wrong. Different thing. But one day we have to understand, without shadow, original not move. And without original moving, then shadow will come. Nobody can say you have to go different way to shadow.
So, Gurudev, you want to say that if we don't see a shadow, it means that original is not moving?
When I don't know my Sarup, I cannot see Radhika. She will not
in that
act.
sense.
And when I see Radhika and not see shadow, then is also not working. Radhika is the teacher of devotee. Radhika is teaching everything. And what he's teaching only for Krishna. No other subject is there.
Radhika is teaching about Krishna, yeah. Only about Krishna. So Gurudev, you want to say also actually that Krishna can teach for many things, but Radhika is teaching, his love is teaching only about him.
Yeah,
We want to check here because of translations and other devotees. Yeah.
Yeah. Krishna is teaching. Narayan Maharaj quotation today I am looking. When we want to be only devotee of Krishna,
Yeah.
Narayan Maharaj words. Then what he said?
It's mentioned that then we miss his association. But when we fix on on Krishna's association, that is real meaning. So we must take note of his association, and then we are on right way.
And when I know only I see Krishna, I'm impersonal.
In person, yeah.
I show you. I can send you, you can read. Read. Send to this. Who sent to me?
I don't know actually.
Oh, yeah. That is my problem too. I will send you. You will soon. It takes time. I see my mind become very old.
No. No. You have a fresh mind. You will find it. No problem.
Yeah, I will find it. Then I will send. Today morning I am listening.
Yeah, no problem.
Out associate of Krishna is no devotion. You cannot learn that.
That's
How you will do? You will talk, you will do philosophy, but it's impersonal. You will not make relation, so you are doing that. You cannot be a personal, because without them, they only possibilities from them to learn to be a person. Because they are personal. And I want to do my way, independent way, is impersonal.
so for every relationship with Krishna, we need at least little bit mercy of Radharani. That some kind of prema, some kind of love appears.
Little bit, not 100%. Little bit, not working. Bhagavad Gita said 10, 15, open sea. You cannot understand me without my energy. 10, 15, check. Nobody can understand me without my energy. No, I no understand myself without you, my energy. Krishna not understand himself without her energy. Give. So we can loudly read.
See, actually,
Why not keep glasses when you come to the class?
I have no glasses for now. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency.
You see.
All,
You cannot know yourself without your internal potency. Only one line.
It's clear.
Right? You don't know yourself without your internal. Really, it's fact. Believe me. It's the love. You become fortunate. The internal potency is Radhika. This is name Alladini Shakti, pleasure giving potency. All is the name of Radhika. Right or not? You read again. You don't know yourself without your.
by your own internal potency.
How I can do? Who can do? We have become more powerful than Krishna. So, soul is Krishna. For me, for us, Krishna sent Gurudev. See, Krishna said, come out, come out. We said, no, I will not leave it. This is my everything. No, come out. By love, pressure, slapping, Gurudev bring out to me. Show me some different way. That is Jiva Avisar. That is Bhava Deha Ki. Again I want to come back. Again I want to go back. No, please go. Who can care like this? Who no see any time our so many mistakes. It's okay. Ready, happy. Manjari's dasis are walking with Radhika, very muddy road. Many thorns are there. They slip 2-3 times. Radhika said, your dress is dirty now. Go to the home to change. He said, no, I cannot leave you. My dress is no meaning. They fall down so many times, but they don't bother for external things. Only they see for others. They cannot be without original living. They have to stay near original. It's not Krishna devotee that you fall down one time. You've done your cases, now it's finished.
And have sweets.
Right.
Right.
There are no disturbance. And class.
The Kinkaris are very proud of the sweet form of their mistress, and they say, I will bring Murasa through here, spinning like a disc, by attracting him with these disc-shaped hoop earrings.
Hmm. Said to Radhika, I'm putting this type of earring to you. You know this, how it's spinning. You will see Krishna will come like this. And Radhika is meditating on that. And thinking he will come. I will be very happy to see how he comes faster. He's doing. Krishna knows the desire of Radhika because they are one soul. He took to fulfill that desire. And Radhika do what Krishna desires to fulfill. That is prema unmad. Madness, unmad is a madness in love.
And this kind of madness can be felt only in the close connection with Radhika, because her Madana Mahabhava is embodiment of madness, actually. And whoever comes with her madness becomes mad.
Are bhaiya, this Manjari is, they make mad more to her. Because if you read what Manjaris are explaining about the ornaments and clothes, it's all creating madness to Radhika.
Yeah. Increasing.
Increasing only madness for Krishna.
This is the perfection of Manjari Seva, Guru. To increase Radhika's madness, and then madness of Yugala is completely unlimited, undescribable madness.
So in Vayog, in the separation, Radhika always feel meeting.
Yeah.
They never separated each other. That is our teacher Acharya say, we practice Abhiraha. We practice more deep to go in Viraha. This is mercy of Rasikas.
Yeah.
But we will realize and madness will come in our life. I don't know. Thank you. You all are meeting together. This is the effort of our Kalindi,
Kalindiji,
that she can unite us. Her love. She is a mother. She has a little anger nature, but mother has anger nature. But she does a great job.
This is Sanchari Baba, Gurudev.
This is the special mercy to Kalindi that she is giving us. Thank you. You also remember Thank you for this kindness.